Hello everyone and welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Prachi Naik and this is our series of one-shot videos. In today's video, I'll be covering part 2 of level standard biology lesson, that is plant kingdom. Okay, so today we'll be covering, last time in the last video we had covered the topics introduction to system of classification, algae and bryophytes. In today's class I'll be covering the topics pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Okay, so we'll start. Okay, so we'll start with our topic, that is pteridophytes. Okay, so pteridophytes, these are the plants. Okay, so when we were looking at the classification in the kingdom Plantae, what we had seen, the plants which had like vascular tissue, the plants which did not have vascular tissues were the bryophytes. Okay, and the plants which had the vascular tissues, they were again divided into two. That were, one was which had seeds and one which did not have seeds. So the one which did not have seeds were pteridophytes. Okay, and also these are the plants, these are the first terrestrial plants to possess vascular tissues. Okay, now they are commonly found in cool damp and shady places. Okay, there are some species of pteridophytes, they also grow in sandy soil. Okay, and examples here include ferns and horsetails. Okay, then what is the importance is, they have medicinal value, so they are used as medicinal plants. Okay, they are soil binders and they help prevent soil erosion. So as I had told about bryophytes, meaning they encourage to the they just hold the soil, okay, to their roots. So like that, here also they will hold the soil like that and they will prevent soil erosion, and also they are soil binders, so they will help in mixing the soil. Okay, many are grown as ornamental plants. Okay, then what is their evolutionary importance is, these are the first land plants which have well developed vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem. Okay, so that is xylem and phloem. So xylem will conduct water and phloem will conduct the nutrients, okay, or minerals you can say. Okay, so they represent an important stage in plant evolution, meaning how first there were primitive plants and how they are evolved from there to having vascular system and then more things. Okay, then the general characteristics of pteridophytes. Okay, so here the dominant plant body, last time I had told you what is the meaning of dominant plant body, that is the plants which are long lived. Okay, so here it is sporophyte. Okay, and the sporophyte is differentiated into, see, true roots, stem and leaves. So earlier there were root like, stem like, leaf like structures, but not true. So here there are true root, stem and leaves, and also they possess well developed vascular system here. Now the types of leaves which they have are microphyles and macrophyles. Micro, the name suggests these are small leaves. Okay, example here is Saliginella, and macrophyles meaning having large leaves. So here the example is ferns. Okay, now here there is the sporophyte will bear the sporangia. Okay, meaning sporangia, it is the structure wherein the spores will be produced. Okay, sporangium is the singular form and sporangia is the plural form. So sporangia, they are attached to sporophytes. Okay, meaning in the sporophytes they will be there, this sporangia will be there. Okay, and many sporophytes together, okay, like this, they will together form a structure called as compact structure called as either strobili or cones. So cones you might have seen in pinus trees and all. Okay, so here the examples are Saliginella and Equisystem. So pinus tree is in Gymnosperms. Okay, there the cones are made. Okay, so yeah. Next, okay, see here, Saliginella and fern. So here you can see minute leaves. Okay, you can see minute leaves here, and here you can see the bigger leaves. Okay, so this is the difference, microphiles and macrophiles. Okay, if we see the life cycle of pteridophytes, okay, so here the main plant body is sporophyte, okay, and it is diploid, two end diploid, so it will have sporophylls. Sporophylls, what will be there on the sporophylls? Sporophylls are the leaves like structures, okay, leaf like structures. Okay, so sporophylls, attached to the sporophylls there will be sporangia. Sporangia will make spore mother cell. This spore mother cell, it will undergo meiosis, reduction division, and it will form the spores. Now from the spores a green color structure, leafy structure will be formed, which is the gametophyte or the prothallus. Again this is haploid. Okay, now this will form the antheridia and archegonia. What are these? These are the sex organs. Okay, antheridia is the male sex organ and archegonia is the female sex organ, and this is also haploid here. Okay, now what they will produce? They will produce the gametes here. Okay, which are the gametes? Antherozoids and the egg. Okay, now there will be fertilization here and a zygote will be produced, which is a diploid. See, haploid, haploid, then diploid, then the embryo will be produced, which is again a diploid, and again a sporophyte will be produced, and this cycle will repeat. So this is the life cycle of the pteridophytes. Okay, then these are the examples. Okay, Selaginella is there over here, and this is the equisetum. Okay, this is Spons and this is Salvinia. Okay, next we'll see, now there is something called as homospory and heterospory. Okay, homosporous meaning homo meaning same, homo meaning same, right? So they will produce only one type of same spores they will produce, and hetero meaning different, right? So here they will be producing two types of spores, microspores and megaspores. These two types of spores are microspores and megaspores. So microspores, these are the male spores, and the megaspores are the female ones. Okay, example here is Selaginella and Salvinia. So here what is the importance of this is the female gametophyte, it will be there in the sporophyte, parent sporophyte. Okay, an embryo will develop where? In the female gametophyte, and this is considered as the precursor of the seed habit, meaning from here the seeds were like started to be produced. Okay, so next we come to gymnosperms. So we have seen about pteridophytes, now we'll come to gymnosperms. Okay, so gymno meaning what? Naked, and sperma meaning seeds. So basically naked seeds. Okay, the seeds which do not have a covering. Okay, so here these are the plants in which ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall and remain exposed to the atmosphere. Okay, both before and after the fertilization. Okay, and here basically here the fruit is not formed, so there are only the seeds, and it is not enclosed, it is just open. Okay, here the main plant body is divided into root, stem and leaves. Okay, and the gymnosperms are heterosporous, so they will produce two types of spores, that is microspores and megaspores. So generally they will have a taproot meaning like tapering like this. If you see a carrot, okay, how it is, here it is little bit thicker, right? Then when it goes down, it will be what? It will be tapering, meaning it will become thinner like. Okay, so like this taproot system they have. Then some have fungal associations in the form of mycorrhiza. This I had told you. Mycorrhiza is the association of the fungi with the higher roots of the higher plants. Here the example is pinus, and then there are specialized coralloid roots with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria. So here the roots of these plants, they will be in association with cyanobacteria. Specifically, example here is nostoc. These are cyanobacteria, okay, and anabina. Anabina. So these are the examples of cyanobacteria. So they will form a symbiotic association with the roots of the gymnosperms, that is cycas, okay, and they will form association. Now this association, it will help in what? Nitrogen fixation. So they are very important, okay. So stems are unbranched as in cycas. If you have seen in cycas, it is like this, okay. Not all the gymnosperms are tall, okay. Cycas is like this. It is used as an ornamental plant, okay. Then branched are pinus and cedrus, okay. So next, if we see their leaves are simple or compound. Simple meaning it will be like this, and compound meaning like this, okay. So here there are many small leaves. This is simple and this is compound, okay. They are adapted to withstand temperature, humidity and wind. So they can be in a place, they can be in dry regions wherein there is like more temperature and all, okay. They have a thick cuticle and sunken stomata. Why these characters are there? To help them reduce water loss, okay. So they are made in such a way that they can be like they can stay in a dry place, okay. Cycas will have pinnate leaves, and conifers, these are the examples of the gymnosperms. So this cycas, it will have pinnate leaves like this, and conifers will have needle like leaves to reduce the surface area. Example here are cycas. This is the cycas, this is pinus, and this is ginkgo biloba, which is a living fossil, okay. Then we come to life cycle of gymnosperms, okay. So pinus will produce, so here the cones are produced, okay, male and female cones. So sporophylls together, they will form, what I had told, that they will form either strobili or cone, okay, right. They will form either strobili or cone, but here in gymnosperms they produce the cones, okay, they produce the cones. So here the sporophyte, that is the main plant body, it is diploid, okay, and the male and female cones will also be diploid. Then female cone will produce megasporangia, megaspores, right. So megasporangia it will produce, and the male cone will produce microsporangium. So this structure will have the megaspore mother cell, and microsporangium will have the microspore mother cell. Then megaspore mother cell, it will undergo meiosis and it will form megaspores. Microspore mother cell will form the microspores, okay. And after that, through the megaspore there will be embryo sac, okay, and then there will be the female sex organ, which is archegonium, and microspores will be formed in the male gamete. So okay, so it will form the male gametes, okay. Then microspores will form the male gamete, and inside the archegonium there will be the formation of female gamete, that is egg. After that, both of them will fuse, there will be fusion of them, that is syngamy. Then there will be fertilization and oospores will be produced, which in turn will form embryo, seeds, and then again the main sporophyte, that is the pinus plant body, okay. So this is the life cycle of gymnosperms. Okay, then we come to the angiosperms, which are the flowering plants, okay. So here the seeds will be, how the seeds will be here, they will be enclosed in a fruit, okay. So the general characters are flowering plants with specialized reproductive structures. So earlier we did not see flowers, right, but here there will be flowers called as reproductive structures of flowers over here, okay. And here the ovules are enclosed within the ovary, and seeds are enclosed in the fruits. So it will be like this. This is the ovary. Inside there will be the ovules, okay, and the seeds will be inside the fruits, right. So ovary will become the fruit, and the ovules will become the seeds, okay. Then pollen grains and ovules develop inside the flowers, right. Then in stamens and carpel or pistil. Then we can find a wide range of these angiosperms, like from very small, that is Wolfia, to tall trees like eucalyptus. Okay. Now they are also divided into dicotyledons and monocotyledons. This I had told. Dicotyledons meaning they will have two cotyledons like almonds, and monocots they will have only one seed like mango. Sorry, not mango. Monocots will have one seed like what it is, rice. Okay. They provide food, fodder, fuel, medicines and commercial products. Of course, plants are very important to us. They provide us with all these things, right? Okay, so now these are the examples of the gymnosperms. This is the dicot one, okay, and this is a monocot. Okay, so uh, with this we finish with our third lesson, that is plant kingdom. Okay, I hope you all have understood. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, like, share and subscribe to the Bodhi Academy. Thank you so much.